Hey friends, welcome back to Violin Teacher YouTube channel. So today I'm in between lessons and I had a request from one of my wonderful, witty, and wise subscribers to teach a really easy song that I thought I'd squeeze in between lessons. So this piece is called My Favorite Things from The Sound of Music, and it was written by Richard Rodgers of Rodgers and Hammerstein, I think. So it's pretty easy. It's in the key of G, which is a great key for violin, isn't it? And we all know that. So what I suggest you do is practice your G scales so that you have your finger pattern all lined out on each string. So starting with 3 on D, which is G, let's give it 2 long bows like that. And we'll walk up A, 1, 2, 3. Let's use the 4th finger here. Now 1 on E, low 2. Repeating down now. Try to use a full bow. Get a good sound out of that. Alright, so this piece, My Favorite Things, begins with a 1 on the D, and that's E. And then it goes right from the 1 on D to a 1 on A. So it would be really nice if you didn't have to hop that 1, if you could set 1 on both strings. So that's your first unit to practice before you play this song. So set your 1 right smack dab in the middle of those 2 strings. I'll show you where it is. Right, usually I'd set 1 here on D and 1 here on A, but I'm going to set it right in the middle. See the difference? It's really not that much of a difference, is it? And that will help you not have to hop, because there are 3 1s in a row right there. So practice that unit and try playing both strings so you really know that you're getting a good set of that first finger. Alright, now the beginning starts with a D string and then an A. And the 1 doesn't have to do anything once you sit it like that. Now you can place the 2 on D, and your 1 is still sitting there. 1. Now hold it down still, play a 2 on G. Keep holding. So how about that? You get to hold the 1 all the way through. If you set it on those 2 strings, you never have to lift it up, and you can hold it while you're 2 and 3 will play the other notes around the 1 in the melody. Watch it again, starting with the 1 on D, 1 on A 2 times, then 2 on D, still holding the 1, you play it again, keep holding it, we're going to set 2 on G, whole step away, back to the 1 you're holding. Nifty, huh? Let's see what it sounds like now without any talking. Right, it's going to be a great technical exercise, isn't it? The next part is exactly the same. Now the third phrase You do that again to begin with, but then you can pick it up. Wow, are you glad? Because you've been holding that 1 so firmly, probably. See the creases on my fingers? Right, so jump to 1 on D, 1, 2, D. Good, let's do those 2 phrases, measures again. 1, 1, A. Now on the D, 1, 2, D. Right, now we play open D again. 4, 3. 3 will hop to G. A little tricky. So that's why I like to use the 4 on A here instead of, the 4 on D here instead of the open A, which you can use. You can use the open, but it is a string crossing. So let's try this phrase with the open A and see what we get. Have a little bit more of a string crossing challenge there. Alright, now the next part starts on G2, that's a B natural, and we're going to just walk every finger up to the A1. These are a few of my favorite. Open. Now, here's a tricky spot. Low 1 on D, because we're playing a D sharp. How do you play a sharp open string? So D sharp is played by a low 1. Listen to how it fits into this phrase. Alright, fits right, just right, doesn't it? So you play, here's the unit, A1 on A, 1 on A, A, 1 on D, low. Repeat that again. 2 more times. 1 more. Alright, and then as you repeat this phrase, this section of music, you'll slide the 1 up to its natural position. And maybe you're touching A still, and you can kind of get it on A and D again and repeat this section. By the way, if you want a copy of this music, you can download it through a link in my description. It's for piano, but the top line is for violin. Okay, so what happens next is kind of just a repeat of the beginning of this section, but then the third phrase is a little different. So let's play this B phrase now, and it's actually phrase A with a different ending. It's different. We're going to do this walk up again from B natural on 2 on G, then A, low 1, regular 1, low 2. So let's listen to that, how it fits in. So this is a great exercise to introduce chromatic movement in the melody, where you're playing A, low 1, regular 1, and that's the unit you should practice. You've got 2 technique issues in this piece so far, even though it's fun to play, right? You have setting 1 on 2 strings and you have moving the low one. That's the second thing that might be new to you. And then moving that low one to a regular one in the melody, right, one right after the other. So you could do it forwards and backwards to kind of get used to it. Just make sure that you stop the bow in between your notes so that you get a nice clear sound to the note. You don't want to hear it in a no slidey yucky stuff like that. So we don't want to hear any of this sliding into the new note. All right. In the next section, you begin with a rest. And this, I think the words are when the dog bites, when the bee stings, something like that. So it goes. All right. That last note, make it short. Next one, that's, oh, by the way, that's 1 on A 3 times. Short D1. Good. Now, as you play this up bow, if you can, pick it up and follow through. So you're going to play a D, D1, and you're going follow through, get your bow set for the next one, which is A, low 1 on D. Follow through. All right, you see how that's a nice technique to learn too. And why do we do that? Why do we have to recover the bow there? Watch what happens if I don't. Now I'm stuck here in the upper half for the next one, and I have a half note right there that's kind of long. So there's 3 little units there, bowing wise, that go ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum. I can't sing that loud, but they're the same as far as note values, and they have a half note in there with which you'd like to play a nice long bow with. So you go. You play a long bow there, right? And then that's little. That's just one bow. One beat, I mean. And if you don't recover the bow, pick it up or something, then you're not going to be ready for the next time that you go. Have a half note. And right there you have a really long note. So you there's 1, 2, 3 times that you need to recover the bow there. So in your music, right after the lower note of each little piece, draw a little comma or a line there so you know to pick your bow up and come back. Long note, short, recover. A, low 1 on D. Long note, short little note, recover. Third finger on D 3 times, long note, 2 on G right next to it, and recover. 1 on D. That note is 5 counts long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to walk up. I simply remember my favorite things. Alright, so that just walks up. Start up bow on 1 on D, regular placement. We're going to do 2, 1, 2, 1 several times. 3, 4, 3, 4. Then 3, 1. 1, 2. Work yourself right there so you get to the frog. Let's see, it goes up. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold this out. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's a long, long note. You can use an extra bow there. Let's see how this whole last section fits together now. Recover. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And you can just let that fade out. Good. You can lift your bow, repeat that phrase, that whole section if you want to. But anyway, I hope this helps you learn my favorite things, and hope you enjoyed my little sneak lesson between lessons. Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I'll see you soon.